Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Bauer. I wanted to go over what you guys are going to be doing on 9/3/2020, which is tomorrow, which is Thursday. I will be out. I will be in a training. That being said, I will be on my computer, so if you happen to need anything, message me and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. A couple of things that I wanted to go over. This is what we're going to be doing in class, but I also wanted to add it. I need to add that in there right now. You need to stay in the call the entire period. This is based on the fact that we just got some new information, and it's really important that you guys are in the period the whole 80 minutes. We can talk about it further when I see you guys again next week. But again, I just wanted you to be aware that this is important. I know it's not ideal and sometimes it can be really hard, but just be aware that if the sub is telling you that you need to stay, even if you finish your work, that is the rule. So please just respect it. And again, if you have concerns about it, we can talk about it when I come back next week. Okay, so the first thing on your list is you need to go to your interactive notebook and you need to review the story, The Sports Gene, on page 4 through 7. So I'm just going to go to our class. I'm going to go to the digital interactive notebook. This is here because it's on my screen, but you guys will not see this tomorrow. These are our normal links, but you're not obviously not using that link to get into class. So you're going to go to digital interactive notebook. And mine's already open right here. So I'm just going to scoot over here. And the first thing that I'm going to want you to do is start on slide 4. And I want you to review the story. Remember, you have these 3 yellow boxes on each page. So you are supposed to summarize with a few words what happened in each paragraph, and then come up with 3 questions or connections with the text. I did a couple of examples, so I will go through these and stick on the page for a couple seconds so that you can kind of see. But you need to review this article. There's page 6. And remember, with the connections or the questions, it does not have to be 3 of each. It can be a combination of both. So maybe you have 1 connection and 2 questions, or maybe you have 2 questions, 1 connection, or maybe you have all 3 questions or all 3 connections. It just kind of depends on how it goes when you're reading the text. And then this page is slightly different because I want you to tell me, what is the main idea of this article? So looking back, go over all of your summaries, and you're going to give me one final thought on what you think the main idea of this article is. What is it trying to tell us? What's the message it's sending? So then you guys have 2 questions that you're going to answer. Originally, I had the plan of doing it as a class, but since I am not here, you're going to answer it on your own. So we're using ACE the question. That means A stands for answer the question. Okay, so you need to restate what it's asking you to do. It says refer to one or more detail from the text to support your understanding of what made Donald Thomas a successful high jumper, both from ideas that are directly stated and ideas that you have inferred from clues in the text. Okay, so if I want to restate that question, I need to say what it's asking me to do. So it's asking me, for my understanding of, right here, what made Donald Thomas a successful high jumper. That's the part that I need to answer. And to answer this, they want me to use details from the text that are either directly stated or something that I infer, which Infer means that you're making an assumption based on what the clues in the text tell me. I'm assuming that this information is there based on what it's telling me. Okay, so if I'm going to restate the question, I would start off with saying Donald Thomas was a successful high jumper because of his physical ability to jump with little effort. Okay, I'm directly answering the question. Now it wants me to cite. I have to go back in the text and I need to cite evidence. And the way we are going to cite evidence is you can directly copy and paste it, or you can paraphrase, but you need to cite the paragraph number. I'm going to go back to slide 6, and I'm going to use the zoom in button, and I'm going to zoom in on paragraph 15. And right here, it says, Hunter has found that a longer Achilles tendon allows an athlete to get more power from what's called the stretch shortening cycle. So up here, where was it? I'm going to find the place where it talks about it. Okay, right here. Ishikawa noted both Thomas's long legs relative to his height and also that he was gifted with a giant Achilles tendon. So I remember reading that that was really important to being able to jump high. So I'm going to go ahead and snag that line right there. So just highlight it, and I'm going to do Control C. And I'm going to go drop back down to page 8 where I was writing. And I'm going to paste that right there. Okay, and I noticed that it's in a different format. So I'm going to go ahead and do Control Z. Now, if you hit Control Shift V, that means it means to copy it or paste it into the same formatting so that you have the same text. Might be helpful. I can show that to you guys again at a later time. Okay. I need to put this into quotation marks, and I also need to make it into a sentence. I cannot just leave my quote floating here without anything around it. And I also don't have my my citation yet. So I can add something to the front of this to put it into a sentence, like according to the text. First, for an example. Oops. And I'm going to add a comma, space. Ishikawa noted both Thomas's long legs relative to his height and also that he was gifted with a giant Achilles tendon. Okay, so I'm going to remove the period right there. And over here, I'm going to add in parentheses, and I need to go back and find out what paragraph that was in. It was right here, so paragraph 13. So now I'm going to add 13, close parentheses, and then a period at the very end. Okay, period at the very end. Not here, here. Okay, so here is my quote. It is cited correctly. Now, the last thing I have to do is I have to explain or expand on your answer. I put this quote in, but it doesn't really tell me, like, what does it mean? I need to explain the significance of the giant Achilles tendon, okay? So I'm going to spend a couple of sentences talking about why that's important to jumping. So I'm going to say something like, research has found that animals with large Achilles tendons have great jumping ability. Because Thomas had a large Achilles tendon, this probably attributed, to his jumping success in a jump. Okay, so I'm going to read it back totally. And again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read this question again. I need to make sure that I have enough information here. So it says, refer to one or more details from the text to support your understanding of what made Donald Thomas a successful high jumper, both from ideas that are directly stated and ideas that you have inferred from clues in the text. Okay, so I said Donald Thomas is a successful high jumper because of his physical ability to jump with little effort. According to the text, Ishikawa noted both Thomas's long legs relative to his height and also that he was gifted with a giant Achilles tendon. So then I said, research has found that animals with large Achilles tendon have great jumping ability. Because Thomas had a large Achilles tendon, this probably attributed to his jumping success in high jump. I feel like that's kind of awkward. I'm just going to say attributed to his success in high jump. This doesn't really feel like done though, so I feel like I need to add one more sentence. So I'm going to go ahead and add the Achilles tendon can be, because it also stated that it could be worked out, trained and worked out to provide the person with more spring, but Thomas possibly had an advantage that others didn't. Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave that as my answer. I'm only requiring one piece of evidence right now, just because I want to get a grasp on seeing where everybody's at with their writing. So this is a good example. And now I'm going to go on to page 9. And this is the one that you're going to do on your own. So I'm not going to model this one for you. You're going to answer this by yourself. So based on this excerpt, do you think the author is favoring Donald Thomas's approach to the high jump over Stefan Holmes' technique or favoring Holmes over Thomas? So they're asking, which one do you think the author thinks is better? The fact that Thomas just had this natural ability and got to do it and was able to win? Or Stefan Holmes, who had spent 20 years practicing, but then in the end didn't win? Or is he taking sides? Support your response with details from the text. Okay? So you have to tell me, do you think that the author favors one person or the other? Or do you think that he's not taking sides? So is the author being impartial, or is the author supporting one person or the other? Okay, so look for evidence in the text and make sure you explain your answer. Okay, please, please, please go back and make sure that you have periods, question marks if you need them, or period or capitalization. Okay, because we do want to have good grammar and good capitalization. Okay, so after you've answered these 2 questions, I have an extra credit opportunity for you. Okay, so let me move this down slightly. There we go. I know that this time during COVID can be really challenging. I know that distance learning is not ideal for everybody, and I know a lot of you are really missing each other. But I don't know about you guys, but right now, I really need the positivity. I have to find the silver lining in the situation, and I have to find a way to find happiness. I really, really miss being in the classroom. I miss seeing you guys on a daily basis. So this isn't easy for me either. So I want you to write me a letter. And you can find this in Google Classroom, or not, sorry, I'm sorry, not Google Classroom, Schoology. If you click on the extra credit letter, the description is on the inside. So this is what I want you to include in your letter. What are 2 positive things about distance learning? Please explain why they're positives. Tell me 3 things you're looking forward to when distance learning is over, and tell me why you're looking forward to those things. And then tell me 1 thing that is going well in our class and 1 thing you think would improve our class. So you can do this on a Google Doc and attach it to this and then turn it in. And this will be worth 10 points. If you're going to be doing this, it's going to be due Friday night by 11:59 p.m. Okay, so again, 10 points of extra credit. Since you cannot leave the 80-minute period, if you don't get through the first half, which is this, I would definitely do this because you're going to be in class anyway. So might as well write the letter, right? Okay, guys, I think that's it. If you have any questions or you need my help, please message me on Schoology or text me on my Google number, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I can. Please be good for the sub. Make me look good. You're representing our class. And I will see you guys next week. And if I don't talk to you, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. All right, bye.